Hello and welcome back to Clicks on the Side. That's right, we're going for a twofer. This is going to be our second modern theme team build here in beautiful Myrtle Beach. It's not very often I get to relax by the ocean, so I figured I'd cap that off with something else I don't get to do very often anymore, and that's do a DC modern theme team build. I want to try to get one in before the Lantern Legacy shenanigans begin. So, for our DC lovers, we have a 300-point modern DC mystical theme team. And we're going to be starting off with one of my favorite legacy cards we've gotten recently. It is from Masters of Time. Legacy number is L047B, and we are looking at Ragman. Absolutely love this sculpt. I got it a long time ago. I wasn't around for World's Finest, but when I first started, I looked for sculpts of characters I was not familiar with. He was Gotham, he was something different, and I just liked the way he looked, so I had to pick him up. We have Ragman, and I was thanked with him getting a legacy card. There is, I don't know how well this is going to turn out with this lighting, but there is Ragman. Mystics team abilities, he is 50 points. That's Gotham City, Justice League Dark, Shadow Pact, Mystical, and Soldier keywords. Does have a couple of traits. The first one is another scrap for the suit. Once per turn, when an opposing character is damaged by an attack, after resolutions give Ragman a soul token. Ragman modifies his combat values by +1 for each of his soul tokens. So it would not take much at all to get him up to 3 soul tokens, and then he would be a 13 movement with a 13 attack, 20 defense with toughness, and a 5 exploit weakness. Absolutely dirty. It will take 3 turns to get him there, at least 3 turns, but still very much worth it. Does have a second trait, Defender of the Weak and Oppressed, Punisher of Evil. Free, remove up to 3 of Ragman's soul tokens and choose 1. Heal Ragman 1 click for each soul token removed, or deal an adjacent opposing character 1 penetrating damage for each soul token removed. Okay, see, he does start off with a special movement, a blank attack, toughness, and exploit. That does turn into steel energy, toughness, and prob. Later on, he does get phasing teleport with steel energy, super senses, and prob with some regen on his last click. And let's take a look at that special movement. It is, did you actually imagine you could escape me? Plasticity, sidestep, stealth. At the beginning of your turn, if an opposing character is within 4 squares, you may place Ragman adjacent to them. Absolutely fantastic piece. Great job with the legacy on that one, in my opinion. Up next, we are going to be cheating a little bit. If you watched the previous video, you know who I am talking about. We are looking at some WizKids exclusives to get this team done. Not just 1, but 2 of WizKids 2024 number 3 Battle Gnomes. I absolutely love these little guys as a tie-up piece, and this is a team where they are going to be needed to be tie-up pieces. There we go, they are 30 points. They have the Gnome, Mystical, Past, and Warrior keywords. And they do have 4 clicks long, a range of 3 with 1 target. They have Charge, a special attack power, toughness, and a special damage power throughout. Except on that last click, it does shift to Flurry. There is a trait. Did that lawn ornament just move? Sidestep. Battle Gnome cannot be targeted by larger opposing characters unless he is given a costed action since your last turn. That sidestep is going to help with that, and so is his attack power. There we go. Animate objects are still objects. Adjacent friendly characters can use telekinesis as free, but only to choose Battle Gnome. So pretty much, since he's tiny size, you are going to have them carried around to get about within 6 squares or less of who you're wanting to tie up. That person will then TK up your Battle Gnome for free. If that's not enough, they can sidestep up 2 more, and we'll go ahead and tie up those pieces, and they can't target you, but you can even shoot them over the battle gnome. They do have that special damage power as well. Adorable little mallet. Close combat expert, shape change. When battle gnome uses shape change and succeeds, modify his combat values +1, and he can use battle fury until the end of your next turn. Absolutely love these guys as a tie-up piece, and I'm going to try using them as much as I can. They have decent keywords, so you can use them outside in multiple universes. Yeah, very much looking forward to what you can do. Up next, also from Masters of Time, we are bringing in rare number 43B Prime Blue Beetle. Absolutely had to have this piece. Glad I picked him up when I did. Only downside to him is he's not blue enough, in my opinion. He looks very much like Black Beetle with just a hint of blue. I know the lighting's not going to show that terribly, but if that's the only problem with this sculpt, then so be it. But we do have the Blue Beetle joining this team. Here we are. Blue Beetle will be at 75 points. Has the Mystics team ability, Teen Titans armor, and mystical keywords. A range of 6 with 2 targets. Very handy. Starts off, so that's going to get you 8 clicks long. Has running shot, a special attack power, invuln, and probability control. And he does have a trait. 2 traits. I'm sorry, he has a couple of traits. Those traits are threat neutralization. First one is threat neutralization. Free. Choose an opposing character within range and line of fire, and a standard power. That character can't use that chosen power until Blue Beetle chooses again. That's right, it is not Outwit. So this goes right past Power Cosmic. If you have a Power Cosmic entity with Invincible that you can't deal with, guess what? That Invincible is no longer a problem. And especially if a Battle Gnome is tying up that piece, because he can see right over Battle Gnome from 6 squares away and out and take away that power. That leads us to his second trait. Implicate Order Annihilation Field. Range. Make a range attack targeting a single character with a point value equal to or less than Blue Beetle's point value. If Blue Beetle hits, roll a d6 that can't be re-rolled or replaced. 1 through 4, damage from this attack is penetrating, and after resolutions, give the hit character an action token. 5 through 6, instead of normal damage, remove the hit character from the game. Characters removed from the game are scored. That's right. If you carry up a Battle Gnome up within 6 squares, TK up the Battle Gnome with Blue Beetle. Battle Gnome sidesteps up, ties down any piece at 75 points or less. The next turn, Blue Beetle is already in range to do that attack. Has probability control in case he misses, and if he hits, you're at least doing penetrating damage and giving an action token. At best, you're wiping that character off the map. Absolutely love that. That is so good, and I look forward to trying that out. And it does have a special attack power as well, and that is threat adaptation. Free. Choose a standard attack power. Blue Beetle can use that power until your next turn. With what he's got, it only makes sense to use, in my opinion, Persistent Strike. That way you can take care of that shape change and super senses. I'm sorry, lower that super senses roll. Yeah, absolutely love this piece. Later on, he does get charge, toughness, and exploit weakness, and on his last 3 clicks, he does get flurry, blades, and super senses along with perplex. Now we are also going to cheat. And we are giving him the Destroyer armor as well, just to boost up his defense that much more. Yeah, Now, you absolutely don't have to. There's other things you can do. You can go ahead and give a universal weapon, say, to Ragman. There's plenty of other things you can do with those points. You can go ahead and do a one-shot if you wanted to. Lots of options, but that's what I'm going with just because the Destroyer Armor is my go-to piece of equipment right now. So there you have it. That does leave us with 100 points. And with that 100 points, we are going back to DC's Notorious set and another Legacy piece. We are looking at Legacy number L049. We are going to bring in the Queen of Fables, who is originally from the Heroclix Superman set of 2011. I know quite a few of you probably are not super familiar with Queen of Fables, so let's see what she can do. Queen of Fables is 100 points. There we go. 100 points, has the Mystics team ability, has the Gotham City Underworld Mystical and Ruler keywords, 9 clicks long, has a range of 7 with 1 target, starts off with Mind Control, a special attack power, Invuln, and Shape Change. I did forget to mention she is also giant size. Later on that does turn into Plasticity with Penetrating Psychic Blast, Invuln, and Shape Change, and then our last couple clicks has a special movement, Blank Attack, Toughness, some regen, and Shape Change once again. Does come with a trait, Once Upon a Time, Perplex. When Queen of Fables starts the game, choose either Outwit or Probability Control to use this game. If you were the second player, instead choose both. That's right, so you are guaranteed Perplex, and you can pick either Prob or Outwit with that range of 7. And then if luck's on your side, you get all 3. There you see is the special movement on our last 3 clicks. Trapped in the US tax code. Tiny size. Queen of Fables can't make ranged attacks. Adjacent friendly characters can use support, but only to choose Queen of Fables. There's another reason to have a battle gnome nearby. They could use support on her if in an emergency situation. And there you see is her special attack power. Rewrite the story as I see fit. Energy Explosion, Penetrating Psychic Blast, and Knockback. That is very strong, especially with that range of 9, 11 with that attack, 4 penetrating damage. Absolutely fantastic Legacy piece. A little weak towards the end, but I think she can still hold her own. So there you have it. There is a 300-point modern DC theme team featuring some Mystics. Yeah, wanted to go ahead and get that one in. Hopefully the quality's okay enough. Like I said, the lighting's been tricky this week. The sun is starting to set, so hopefully that has helped, and hopefully the ocean wasn't too loud, but how could I not try with this view? That has been it for me. Thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, this has been Clicks on the Side.